Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast, more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski, and Jay, it's been a week.
It has been
for both of us. It has been a week.
It has been a week.
This could be interesting because I know I've got something that I should probably, I am ashamed of, but that also is going to be great podcast content.
Excellent. I'm excited about it. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're a podcast listener, we appreciate that too. Make sure you're subscribed or following whatever your app asks you to do, and leave a 5-star review, because when you do, Rick will read it like he's about to do.
Yes, this is from Rynopoly. Longtime listener of the podcast, is someone who even a normie might consider, quote, too skinny. I'd never thought I'd enjoy listening as much as I do. I moved from Chicago to LA years ago, but Rick and Jay provide a delicious serving of that Midwest goodness every week to keep me sane. To be fair, I've been a fan of 6-7 since the 670 days, but I can skip out on Parks and Spiegs and return without missing a beat. But I never want to go too long without my funny fat guy fix. Great stuff. Keep it up. I'm happy when you guys are happy.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Yeah.
You're mostly happy.
Yeah.
For the most part, things are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Leave us a 5-star review, and every week Rick will choose one and read one. That would be greatly appreciated. Rick already mentioned our sponsors. Get some merch. I'mFatMerch.com. We had, hey, guess what? Another TeePublic sale this week. And guess what? Another one's coming up very, very soon.
Nice.
So jump on that. You got the Fat Phone, 708-858-3314, or email us, imfatpod@gmail.com. Our YouTube page is youtube.com/imfatpodcast. And we've got our Patreon, patreon.com/imfatpod. If you want to throw a couple bucks our way every month, that would be wonderfully appreciated. All right, Rick, you sent me some photos this week, and it wasn't just your feet this time.
Right.
I will tell you that you inspired me for my dinner last night.
Okay.
But you want to talk about what I'm throwing up on the screen here?
Yes, that is a gigantic chimichanga.
Yes,
it is, and that is it. Because we got it Uber Eats. I was with Sam at her parents' place and decided that we wanted some Mexican food. Tried a place that neither of us had before. We're like, let's give it a spin. It's called Steak Burrito. It's in the Stratford Square Mall.
Okay.
So so this thing is a monster.
That's a huge bitch.
Right. It's just the simple, when you're on Uber Eats, just, like the innocent button. Do you want to add cheese?
Yes,
you want to add cheese. But this wasn't adding cheese. This was adding cheese.
Yeah. Capital CHEESE cheese. Yeah. Maybe with a Z in there somewhere too.
And it was really good. Like the quality of everything is very good. I got a chorizo chimmy, which if I had known how big it was, I probably would not have gotten chorizo, because that's a lot of dynamite to be putting into my stomach.
The chorizo is so oily.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you put something like that in your stomach and it's a time bomb.
Well, we'll get there. But just like the quality of everything, because like Sam had her tacos, and like we got some, it was like Mexican potatoes, I think is what they called it, which was essentially like big fried potato, like closer to like a big wedge than anything, with just like vegetables in there, and just to kind of, it was pretty much like potatoes and stuff.
Okay. That sounds good.
It was incredibly good. Like I ate the entire thing.
I'm very proud of you. And the rice and beans and the chips?
Not all of the rice, but a good amount of it.
Good work.
So the chips were gone. Most of the rice was gone. my dignity was gone. And so at that point in time when we were there, it was just Sam, myself, and her grandma. So for one thing, highly recommend steak burrito. If you're in that area, if you're in that like Stratford-ish, like Carroll Stream, whatever area, that's a good option when you're looking for something in that food court. So give it a try. The thing is the afterwards.
Yeah.
So I thought I was doing fine at this. So at the moment in time that we're at now,
Yeah.
done eating. It's been a little bit, cleaned up, all that stuff, just talking. Sam's grandma is about to go to bed, and I'm just like, okay, I got to go to the bathroom, but I think it's a stand-up situation. So I'm in the downstairs bathroom, go for the stand-up situation, and then you get to that point. Now I'll try and be not gross as possible.
We've all been there.
Yeah. But you try and push for the stand-up situation, and you realize it's a combo platter.
Not to use platter, but okay.
Well, true. So I'm like, well, this is not good because now I'm pot committed.
Yeah, literally.
To this being a downstairs thing. Take care of things, and I'm like, okay. Doesn't all go down on the first flush.
Oh no.
So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Just like let it cycle through, because I was hoping to go fairly quickly so I could try and pass it off as not a combo situation.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is out the window. It's not great. So I hear so while I'm in the bathroom, I hear, okay, grandma goes upstairs. Fine. Okay, if this is just a me and Sam thing, cool. As I'm sitting in there waiting for like the to be able to flush again,
yes,
garage door opens.
Oh my God.
Sam's mom gets home. So I'm like, oh no, this second flush better work. And it didn't.
Oh no.
So I'm like, okay, where's a plunger? Like, this is bad. There's no plunger in there. So
just leave and change your phone number and never be seen again.
so here's what happens. So what happened was because thank God I know that like parents' room is on the first floor as well, like right there. So I know that's not going to be used by Sam's mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, well, I have to find a plunger here, but I'm trying to be discreet about this whole thing. So I go back into the kitchen and we're all talking. Then Sam's dad gets home. So we're having this long conversation and like good conversation, all this stuff.
And it's just sitting
This
there.
is in the back of my head that there's stuff there. And thank God after a while, both of them parents leave, like they leave the room and they're doing whatever they're doing. So like the second they leave the room and I think they're out of earshot, I literally do one of these like, so we have a situation.
Don't panic, but
right. So apparently her parents are in the garage. Where's the plunger?
In the garage.
In the garage.
Oh,
so I'm like, all right, I'm punting on this. She's like, I'll go get it. She's like, she's nice. She's like, I'll say it's me. I'm like, but you wouldn't in the downstairs bathroom, so that would be suspicious. I'm like, I own it.
Yeah.
Get the plunger, take care of things, whatever. Dignity out the door.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, it's not a great situation.
Well,
but
I'm still dating.
We are still dating.
It's fine. You've got to have that first awkward interaction with the parents, and it's got to happen at some point.
I guess if you're gonna have your first dump, at someone else in the family, in their family's place, that's a way to do it. Go big or go home.
Look, I think you both knew the risks when you Uber Eats to a place called Steak Burrito. Okay, like both of you knew that situation was on the table for the both of you. So she can't get mad. No one can be embarrassed.
I was embarrassed. I was mortified.
Okay, so I don't know if I ever shared this before, but the first time I met Hope's dad,
Yeah.
we were at their house, and for whatever reason, the movie Jackass was on,
Okay.
where he's in a giant penis costume and he jumps into a sand vagina. I had met Hope's dad 30 seconds before that, before we all watched that scene together. And I was just like,
I have no reaction to this
do I
scene.
laugh?
Right.
Do I pretend I didn't see it? How do I respond to this? And he started cracking up. I'm like, okay, good.
Okay, good. Yeah.
We're fine here. But oh my God. Yeah, you gotta get that first one out of the way, man.
Right. And mind you, it's one of those where it's like, I know they won't care.
Yeah.
Like
but they've all been there. That's why they have a once.
Right. Just not in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's weird.
There's not like a like closet within the bathroom, so it's kind of like yeah. So whatever. Either way, the fact I kept a straight face while this conversation was going on, knowing the situation that was waiting for me in that bathroom, I think I deserve a little bit of credit for that. But also, it was like also the shame staring me straight. So,
well, you also have like the realization you hit that thing and it just like stalls, and you're like, no, please, like not now.
Right.
This is why I'm a bidet guy.
True. Yeah, because
paper.
Right. And that was the thing. It's like it was more the paper than the other.
Yeah, right.
That caused said situation.
Look,
so
if you're having a chorizo burrito, not to get crude here, but there's nothing is going to be solid enough to clog up a toilet.
That's very true.
Yeah. So, oh man.
But it was a delicious chimichanga.
All right. Well, since we're on the poop segment, I got really excited because, as you know, I'm trying to cut back on my sugar a little bit.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing these freaking internet ads for Magic Spoon cereal.
Yeah.
They're very attractive young people enjoying cereal. It looks good. It's got like kid flavors, which I love. So last week I went to Target. It's $9.99 for a box, but they also do like a subscription. But I'm like, I'm not going to subscribe. I'm not going to get 4 boxes of cereal if I don't like the first one. So as a measured, I'm going to try it first thing. I went to Target. I got the fruity Magic Spoon, and it was really, really good. And then like the next day, I didn't feel so great. And then I had it a couple days later, and then didn't feel so great. And then the third time I had it, I finished the box, which was probably like a serving and a half, I would think.
Okay.
For 2 days, my stomach was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I had already, after like the first bowl, I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm going to subscribe because it's like $25 for 4 boxes if you subscribe.
Okay.
But man, remember back in the day when like those chips came out and it was making everyone poop?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I felt like I had something in my stomach for 3 or 4 days. Like it did not feel right. Like I felt like I literally could feel like a weight or like a mass in my stomach. I was actually a little bit worried about it.
Yeah.
I hope I'm like going over. I'm like, she's like, okay, what did you eat? I'm like, I've had this, like nothing out of the ordinary. I can't really think of what it is. And then I'm like, the Magic Spoon. And then we looked at the ingredients, and there's some things in there to make it like a little more, where they cut a corner on sugar or carbs or whatever. It has to be made up for with a chemical or something like that.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and it said some people are really sensitive to this cereal. So I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm just telling you, me personally, it did not work. It was delicious. I was really excited to have a sugary cereal back in my life.
Yeah.
But it just wrecked my stomach. It was brutal.
Yeah. My stomach's not 100% yet.
Yeah. What day was it?
Friday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you should be fine today.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, but gonna go very conservative on what I eat today.
Oh yeah, rice cakes and toast.
Yeah, magically yesterday having loose sausage pizza, not the best idea.
Nice. That sounds like my Wednesday. Someone called me out on I'm fat on the I'm Fat Podcast fans page about being skinny, and I'm like, listen, man, let me tell you about the day I've had. This was Wednesday.
Okay.
So I had for breakfast I had yogurt with granola. Okay. Healthy boy. For lunch I had Culver's. For dinner I had B-dubs, and in between I had one of the greatest snack items I've ever had that I'd never had before. A Twix ice cream bar. Put a pin in that. Yeah.
Yes.
But when I say I had Culver's for lunch,
Mm-hmm.
I mean I had. Oh wait, I had 2 dinners that day.
Nice.
I'm wrong. I had a ham and cheese sandwich for lunch. Then I left my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Had the walleye dinner from Culver's,
Okay.
which is the big 3 pieces of walleye, and I got double mashed potatoes on the side. Hell to the yes, go do that. Then I had B-dubs for dinner 2.0.
Okay.
Because I got to work, I'm like, I don't think my dinner took.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't feel full. So
Yep.
ordered up some B-dubs and had 10 boneless wings. And then on the way home, stopped into the old 7-Eleven there on Racine and got myself, for the first time ever, a Twix ice cream bar. I know these have been around forever.
Yes.
But as we talked last week about the Little Debbie ice creams and how they don't capture the essence of the original treat,
Mm-hmm.
this is the opposite with the Twix.
Yes.
And the caramel is so perfect.
Yes, because there's like being in a chocolate bar caramel versus in ice cream caramel is a little different.
Well, they have to kind of put that caramel that doesn't freeze.
Right.
It's like a little bit like of a thinner, like more viscousy caramel.
Almost think closer to a caramello than a Rolo.
Yes, exactly. Man, was that good. And I know they sell like boxes of those at Walmart and Jewels and stuff. So
They may have been purchased and been in my condo for short periods of time before.
I will be stacking those in my freezer because that's not a bad treat.
Yeah, and it's legitimately probably my favorite, like, especially of like I would eat that over the ice cream sandwiches that are offered at like the store, because like a lot of those like the cookies aren't quite as good to like make up for it, but like that thing, like the chocolate, it's like it's not too thick on the chocolate,
like a crispy shell.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the little the little crunches, like the little like whatever it is, like little balls that they put on top for crunch.
Yeah.
To like get that is like the right amount, and it's good quality. Yeah, everything's quality in it.
Yeah, it's so good. And so that was Wednesday where I had all that stuff.
It's impressive.
And that's the day after Paczki Day.
Yeah.
Where I went to my Aunt Joe's house. I think she made over 1,500 this year. Paczkis.
How many did you leave for everybody else?
I know. I took home 2.5 dozen because my dad wanted it. My dad's like, bring me home 2. I'm like, I'll bring you home 6.
Yeah.
And of course, they're still sitting there. They ate 2 of them, and it's so annoying. Anyway, we gave 1/2 dozen away to our friends, and then we had the other dozen here at home, and they were delicious, and they always are. So my aunt and my uncle, if you don't know the story, every year they buy all the ingredients. They get like Pillsbury biscuit roll. I think it's biscuit roll. Maybe it's cinnamon roll. I don't know whatever dough they use from. No, it's biscuits because they break off in pieces. So they use that, and then wait, that can't be right because it doesn't fry like a biscuit. Whatever. It's some kind of Pillsbury dough. They buy boxes and boxes and boxes and cases of strawberries, the powdered sugar, or not powdered sugar, the ground sugar, sugar, basic sugar. Yeah. And they roll it all and they fry it all. And it is just the best Paczki you've ever had.
It really is
delicious. They're so great. Fresh strawberries with also like the strawberry pie filling a little bit. My aunt does it like nobody else. It just was so awesome to have that.
I had them once, I think.
Yeah,
like, because you brought them to work, and now every year on like when I think of Paczki Day, I think of that one.
Well, guess what? My uncle John was there wearing an I'm Fat podcast shirt, helping them get Paczki Day ready to go. A lot of them listen to the podcast. A lot of people in my family listen. So if you were to place an order with my Aunt Joe, she would surely fill the order for you. It's free. All you gotta do is go up and get them.
Okay.
So next year, get your name on the list.
I'm in.
Freaking good.
Yeah.
So freaking
seriously.
Good.
It's
All right, we're way behind on our ad read, so I want to make sure. I know. Our friends at Frato's Culinary Kitchen, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. Visit FratosPizza.com. Visit FratosBakery.com. Follow them on Instagram at Fratos Pizza. They've got the I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza, the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese. Our favorites, the giant mozzarella sticks. They've got the Cajun bites that Rick loves. They've got the RC machine. But man, if it is junk food, they've got it at Frato's. And the other thing too is it's not just junk food. They've got a lot of healthy options on the menu as well. I don't know if that really, if you got a healthy friend, let them know. I'm sure if you're listening to this, you're not interested in that.
Right.
But Frato's kind of has everybody covered.
Yeah,
So
I think the meal planning part is really cool because, like, as someone myself that, like, I would need to eat healthier, I would basically need it to be damn near spoon fed to me. Just like, I'm an idiot. We all know this.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, having it just be like meal prepped for me, it would be incredible. Like, that would be the way if I was going to have a prayer, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, I think that is a good way to do it. The meal planning is great. That's something you're right. Like I've told you before, I get like so overwhelmed when I have to like start cooking and thinking about that stuff. It scares me away. So the meal plan thing is great. Go to FritosPizza.com, use the promo code I'm fat, and you'll save 10% on your order every time you place an online order at FritosPizza.com. That's the code I'm fat to save 10% off your online order every time at Fritos Pizza. What else do I got? I tried really good soup this week.
Okay.
I know it's like very strange, but I was just in the mood for soup. So the Nohea Cafe is on Madison and I probably should have written this down first. It's on Madison, like just west of Racine.
Okay.
1312 West Madison. It's this tiny little place. Right, it's right across the street from Rinaldi's. And I walked by and I've seen like it's a little sandwich shop, a little cafe with like coffee and all that stuff. So I just wanted a coffee and some soup. So I went in there and I got the cream of chicken wild rice soup. Oh man, was it perfect? It was perfect. That stuff was so good. I know this place has been here a long time. So I'm not really giving anyone like huge insights on an unknown place, but it's the first time I had it. And you know, like soup is not the most complicated thing, but it's hard to get really, really right.
Right.
The Nohea Cafe, Nohea Cafe, that chicken soup was incredible. It's going to become like part of my rotation when I'm working days. I'm going to get it all the damn time. It was great. And then the other really good soup I had this week, and I've mentioned this before, but I don't know if I've reiterated it enough. You know, Pops, Pops Beef and Hot Dog Place. They have like 6 or 7 soup varieties every day.
Nice.
And they're all excellent. And the one I tried yesterday was the cheesy tortilla soup. Oh, man. That was excellent. It was thickened by like melted cheese in it. Yeah. Nice big chunks of white meat of chicken. Not like overly filled with vegetables, but there were some in there. It was tremendous. I think every Pops has soup, and there's a bunch of them in the Chicagoland area. I went to the one in Homewood, but I know the one in Palos Heights has it. So if you got a Pops near you, you maybe haven't thought of trying their soup because it's like a beef and hot dog stand. It's probably not like the thing you're thinking of when you're at a place like that.
Right.
But I got it. I got like it's like a 12-ounce bowl, really good size. Got a small fry. I forgot to get the seasoned fries though. Damn it. We talked about that last week and it's just completely blew it, but I'll try it next time. But the Pop soup is excellent. So do that. Go get that.
Another soup in mind. I haven't had this yet, but the ways they sell it is cool. Is Gnarly Knots that you can get like just a bowl or whatever or a cup, but you can also get a quart that's like ready to go if you're going home for like, you know, a couple people, or you can get it frozen, like a frozen quart.
Yeah, Hope got the broccoli cheddar, I think, when we were there. Yeah,
that's like if they put half as much time into the soup as they do the pretzels, like it's going to be really good. So while I can't vouch for it from actually having had it, it's Gnarly Knots, and I haven't had anything bad from there.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah,
I promise. Yeah, that's for damn sure.
Okay, so something that I tried this week that I feel like I might have a dissenting opinion on is Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
Okay.
No bad words there.
No, I've had it too. So I'm curious what you're going to say.
Did you get a hint of like a medicine-y taste in there?
I did when I drank it room temperature. When I had it cold, it was a lot better. So I don't know if you maybe like bought one off the shelf and tried it, or it wasn't cold enough.
Maybe it wasn't cold enough, but that's interesting.
But yeah, I think I mean, Dr. Pepper in general can have that. And did you get a zero or did you get a
It was a regular.
regular? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something I would expect more with the zero, but that's the only one I had. So I didn't get that as strongly. So maybe try the zero next time and see if you like it better.
Okay. Because like the strawberry flavor, the strawberry and cream flavor was like, it was fine. I wouldn't call it great by any stretch. Like I'm not going to get that over like, the OG Dr. Pepper or anything. But if you really like strawberries and cream, like it's probably worth a shot. It could just be me.
No, it's worth checking out. It's not going to become like a rotational item for me.
No.
It's one of those things like now and again I might get a taste for and pick one up.
Yes.
But yeah, like I will say like the new Starry we get all the time now. Like it's from our go-to lemon lime soda. And then there's, regular Dr. Pepper, of course. Cherry Dr. Pepper is great.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I get most often. I don't know if I'll add the strawberries and cream one, but it's like something I want something sweet, but I don't want to have like a chocolate bar. Maybe I'll grab one of those on the way out of a grocery shopping or whatever.
That's fair.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't. I was hoping it would be better.
Agreed.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
Like I'm probably not going to have it again.
Yeah, just say it sucked. You can do it. Do it. Say it sucked.
It kind of sucked.
Okay. You got to soft sell it a little bit in case the Dr. Pepper people are listening.
I mean,
both loved it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I could say I don't like it, and then all they have to do is realize how much Dr. Pepper I've had in my life and realize I should have stopped.
You should have a doctorate because you have so much Dr. Pepper.
A doctorate in pepper. Yes.
There you go. I got two more little things. Well, I got three, but two I'll talk about. Wingstop.
Yes.
I saw a commercial last night during the Hawks game for the chicken sandwich, which we've all had. It's all delicious.
Mm-hmm.
If Wingstop wants to win the chicken wars, not just compete, but win, they need drive-thrus.
Yeah.
There have been so many times where I've said, man, I'm hungry. I don't know what I want. And I see a Wingstop and I go, that's what I should get. But I don't stop because I don't want to go in, order, sit and wait. I'm willing to sit and wait in my car.
I mean, when I go there, I order online and it's like 15 minutes, I think, generally.
It's usually 11 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know. It's very specific. Every time I've ordered Wingstop, it says it'll be ready in 11 minutes. So yeah, that's not a long time to wait. And yeah, ordering online, but sometimes you're just driving around and you're not really sure. And like, but then it's like, yeah, by the time I eat, it's gonna be 15 minutes and I don't want to wait that long.
Yep.
There is one with a drive-through that I know. I'm sure there's more than one, but the one I know of is if you're on 57 and you exit on 119th Street, there's like a Target there. I might have closed actually. There's like a TGI Fridays. That exit has a Wingstop with a drive-through. Like there's a Panda Express there and there's a drive-through Wingstop. So they exist, but I think what you're supposed to do, even with that, is supposed to order online and then drive through. That's how Chipotle's drive through.
Oh, okay.
And so it's basically like instead of a proper, you pull up, you say, give me, 10 boneless wings and a Coke. Sure. You have to say, I'm here to pick up an order for Jay or Rick. And then they just hand it to you. It's not a proper drive through as far as I know.
Yeah.
So that, and then the other thing, speaking of Chipotle, they've got these new ad campaigns where they just talk to the people that cook the food, and then they have like incredibly high definition cameras.
Yes.
Filming the food.
Yes.
Man, is that the most effective ad campaign ever? I'm just like, I see those commercials, like the drool string just starts coming out of my mouth. Like, my God, that looks amazing. I don't know why that commercial works so well on me, but every time I see it, I'm like, I have to get Chipotle now. It's one of those things. Like, it's like now and again when you get the seed planted for White Castle, like once a quarter, you just have to have it, and then you have it, and you're like, okay, that was fine. But you just have to. Every time I see a Chipotle commercial, I'm like, well, that's what I'm getting tomorrow.
Yep.
It never fails. Can't say the same for the Qdoba ads, which I haven't seen.
They don't need them.
They don't need them. They're too good.
Yep. That's my story, and I'll stick to it.
Fair enough. All right, we want to do our pick three thing here?
Yeah, let's do the pick three because we haven't done one of these in forever. It found its way onto the fan page. So for those that are listening in podcast form and not looking at the ye olde YouTubes, so you're choosing one of 5 out of these 3 categories. You have Swiss cake roll,
Yeah.
oatmeal cream pie. Is that the strawberry roll in the middle?
Yeah. Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, the strawberry roll
Shortcake roll. Yeah.
or strawberry shortcake roll. The basically like the non-chocolate version of the Swiss cake roll.
Right.
Cosmic brownie and a honey bun. So you're
Right.
choosing one of those.
Yep.
Then also one of Lay's, nacho cheese Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, or Funyuns. And the last category is your drink: Coca-Cola, Pepsi, A&W root beer, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew.
So before we do this, here's my
Yes.
question.
Okay.
Am I sitting down and doing this at once, or am I just choosing one from each group?
I say choose one from each group.
Okay, good. Because I don't want my choices together.
Okay.
I think that would be gross.
Yeah, well, because like these things, at least in theory, are not necessarily meant to be a meal. They're meant to be like snacks that you have at the ready.
Yes. Okay, good. I'm much more comfortable with this now.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go. I don't think anyone who's listened to the show over the years would be surprised by this. I'm going Swiss cake rolls.
Okay.
They're my favorite mass-produced snack cake. And they're better than Ho-Ho's. The chocolate's better.
Right.
I'm going to go with Cheetos
Okay.
for my chips because they scratch both itches, or maybe all three itches. It has got the crunch, it has got the salty, and it's got the cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a kind of a perfect snack for me.
Yep.
And then soda-wise, pop-wise, I'm going root beer, A&W root beer.
That's probably what I would have predicted for you.
Yeah.
Mine, actually, the toughest decision for me was was like which cake type varietal
Okay.
to go with. I did settle on the Swiss cake roll. It was between that and the cosmic brownie for me.
Well, you're not really settling. It's a great item.
That's true. I made the decision to go with the Swiss cake roll. Instead of Cheetos, I went with nacho cheese Doritos.
Okay.
I love me some nacho cheese Doritos. And then I applied my doctorate in pepper.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
For me, the chips were the hardest. I immediately eliminated Lay's and Funyuns.
Yeah.
Because Funyuns are gross and Lay's, whatever, So I was between Doritos, Cheetos, and Fritos. I actually had Fritos type first. I'm like, you know what? No, Cheetos are perfect. If those were chili cheese Fritos, I might have chosen those.
yeah, those are really good. And then the spirally honey barbecue ones.
I've not tried the spiral ones yet.
Those are good.
Okay, I got to get those. I
Ooh.
love getting the big Fritos, like the scoops.
Yeah.
Buffalo chicken dip or something like that. That is a perfect thing.
Yeah. Giant Frito scoops with a chili dip is the ultimate.
Yeah.
That's a grand slam.
Yes. It's like they were made for each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are great. All right. That's awesome. Are we good? We got anything else in terms of topical stuff? Oh, I got a place real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday we went to damn it.
we're both struggling. Like we both had late nights.
Why did the goddamn Hawks game start at 10 p.m. because of Patrick Marleau's 45-minute speech? He literally talked for 45 minutes at his jersey retirement. Shut up. God.
45 minutes?
The puck drop was supposed to be at 9:07. It was at 10:02.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then I had to do an hour-long post game after that. So I'm not
Wait,
complaining about but
45 American minutes.
45 American minutes, yes.
Jesus.
And that's just him talking. That wasn't the whole ceremony.
Patrick, bro.
Yeah, enough.
You're not that interesting.
You're a hockey player. No hockey players talk for 45 minutes combined.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so last night I went to El Taco Sabroso in Oakland, 108th and Cicero. Actually, we went to Uncle Bud's because my cousin Eric got engaged, and they were having a little party for him. And we pulled up, and I'm like, oh my God, everyone we've ever known is here. And we brought Addie in, and Addie was just like, this is too much. Like, she was completely overwhelmed. We got into party like 4 hours into it, so everybody was pretty well along. So I'm like, all right, we're just going to say hi, wish them well, and then head home because I had to work anyway.
Yeah,
So
Mitchy shuffle it.
Yeah, exactly. The Irish goodbye at the Polish party. The El Taco Sabroso, which is 108th and Cicero. Excellent, traditional family-owned Mexican restaurant. You can't go wrong. And then down the street is how do you say shoe in Spanish?
Zapato.
Los Zapatos is 109th in Cicero, and that place is awesome too. But after we went to El Taco Sabroso, right next door, a new place called Boba Heaven opened. It's like a boba tea shop.
Oh, okay.
And Addie went in there and got a vanilla Nutella boba. Dude,
Interesting.
it tasted like if you could have a hot chocolate that was frozen. That was
okay.
And speaking of that, they have that at Culver's. If you see it, try that.
Frozen hot chocolate?
Frozen hot chocolate, like what do they call it? A concrete or a mixer or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, the frozen hot chocolate is, and they put a little bit of like the Swiss Miss powder on the top of it.
Oh, that's
smart. There's a bit of like a salty, sugary crunch.
Yeah.
That's real good. But Boba Heaven, 108th and Cicero, check it out. Really, really good stuff. Super crowded in there, a bunch of youths, but it was okay. Everyone was well behaved and enjoying their boba. And they had like those boba donuts. Those are like mochi.
I've never had any boba whatever.
Oh, are you scared of it?
No, it's
food, so you're never a place that has it.
It's just like one of those things where I know it exists, but it's nothing that it never comes to my consciousness to be like, okay, I want something like boba tea never enters my mind.
Yeah, try one. It's good. There's like a million different way you could go, desserty and go fruity. I always just go, I just get a watermelon boba.
I think there's a place by me that does really good chicken that also has, I think it's called chai tea.
Oh yeah.
But it does really good chicken, and they like it's close to Rainbow Cone. The Lombard Rainbow Cone.
Cool.
So
I think you'll like it. If you can get past the boba, like the tapioca balls.
Okay.
Chewy. It's like having a gummy bear in your drink.
Okay.
But it's not quite that chewy. It's a little more like jello-ish than a gummy bear. It's like softer, so it goes right down if you wanted to.
Okay.
It's good.
I could do that.
Yeah, you won't die, I promise. It's good stuff.
From that at least.
Yeah. Except you're gonna die from something. But
yes.
Speaking of, I got nothing. There's no transition to Mazda of Orland Park from Rick dying. No. But if Rick did die, I would drive.
If I was
the X30.
Exactly. Jay would run my ass to a hospital.
Yeah, I would take Rick to the hospital in my CX30 or my CX5, and he would get there nice and safe and sound. And I'd roll him out the car door and tell him to tuck and roll and then be on my way.
Yes.
But very spacious up front, so Rick would have plenty of room to tuck and roll, even at his size. It's great. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, go get yourself a Mazda at Mazda of Orland Park, 8910 West 159th Street, 708-444-3200 is the number. The website, mazdaoforlandpark.com. I saw a CX50 in the wild again the other day. Man, that's a nice looking vehicle. I got to get me one of those someday. Probably will, to add to the collection of Mazdas. I'm like Jay Leno with Mazdas. Yeah, so go check that out. I love the 30. It's a great combo between like SUV and sporty. It's kind of smaller. I think you call it a crossover.
I think so.
Term. It's wonderful. Love that car. And people get in there and like, wow, this is really kind of like a luxurious car. And when I tell them what I paid for it, they don't believe it. Mm-hmm. It looks like it is a luxury automobile. It doesn't cost the price of a luxury automobile. So go check it out. Mazdaoforlandpark.com. All right, I think, Rick, it is time to ask the Fats, right?
I think you nailed the stalling there.
Thank you.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat's brought to you by our buddy Charlie the Bacon Guy, and here he is with this week's and last week's Bacon Report, because I forgot last week.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have maple pepper, lemon pepper, giardiniera, and Cajun bacon. Bacon jams are the original, the bourbon, and the cherry jalapeno. I'm going to be making a new flavor of bacon jam here in the next couple of days. I'm not sure what the flavor will be yet, but I also have ground bacon available. If you wanted to make your own bacon jam, you can get some of that ground bacon and mix up a batch. And if it's a great flavor, let me know and I'll make a big batch and you can have a free bacon jam. But the ground bacon goes perfect with everything: meatballs, meatloaf, mix it into your burgers, pretty much anything. Bacon tacos, really. You name
stew, shrimp salad.
Don't forget about the merchandise, t-shirts, hockey jerseys, stickers, hats, beanies, magnets, buttons, all the good stuff. I'm also doing an event on March 4th, which is a Saturday, out at X Golf in Naperville. I'm going to be providing some bacon for their Bloody Mary bar. They're celebrating their 1-year anniversary, and I was asked to help provide some yummy snacks for them. And bacon's the perfect thing, especially for Bloody Marys. So if you're around, check it out. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
There you have it. That is the Bacon Report, and I have had that Jardinera bacon. Get yourself some of that. We've got on our YouTube screen some of Charlie's awesome merch. You can see over my shoulder there, hanging on top of my Telecaster is my Charlie the Bacon Guy hat. I've got the stickers. I got everything here. My house is stocked up in Charlie the Bacon Guy.
So you're saying at X Bar, Charlie's going to give it to you?
Yes, you have to at X Bar. It's part of the rules.
Okay.
Rule 1, got to give it to someone. So order your bacon, Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com. He's on Instagram at Charlie the Bacon Guy, and he is on Twitter at CZ the Bacon Guy. Go to that Instagram, check it out. He's got a picture and a making video of the latest of his bacon jams.
By the way, how about just that lineup? Reading off the list of bacon flavors right now, that's like 27 Yankees style.
Yeah, I gotta order with Charlie. I'm going out that way next week. I gotta take Bailey to the vet one more time to get his stitches out. So I'm gonna be out that way. I think I want to do, Charlie, this is an official order, so write it down. I'm gonna do an order of the Jardinera and an order of the Cajun. And if that mango habanero bacon jam you were making is ready, I will take a tub of that as well. That's what he recorded that Bacon Report last week. Mango habanero is what he's working on, and it looks tremendous. Yeah. He's got a video of like a big bowl, and he's just mixing the mango habanero in there. Oh, looks so freaking good. I'm trying to see if that video is on his Twitter. I don't think it is, but man, it is delicious. So get yourself some. Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com. And speaking of Charlie, this voicemail rather, refers to him.
Hey, boys. This is South Soup Bobby D. I wanted to let you know that I'm enjoying your podcast, and I'm fairly new, and I bought a bunch of shit from Charlie the Bacon Man, and it is really good. I'm recommending the lemon pepper and bacon horseradish dip. I'm recommending bacon jam in a cinnamon roll that's in a tube. You unroll it, lay the bacon jam in there, roll it back up and cook it. And the bacon jam also as a hot fudge topping. I would like to hear some more suggestions. So anybody that's got anything, I would love to hear it because I just love this shit and I want to use it more. Have a good day.
That's inspired.
That cinnamon roll idea is inspired. That's for damn sure. And it would work perfectly in there. Cool. Yeah. That's my thing with I get the bacon jam. Like, what do I do with it?
Yes.
Be creative. I'm like, no, I'm just going to eat it with chips.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm not mad about it.
Right.
But yeah, like creativity is off the charts. If you've done something interesting with Charlie the Bacon Guy's bacon, let us know. We'll share it.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, thank you. We'll share it after the Bacon Report with everybody. All right, we got some emails to get to as well.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
Send us an email. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. That's the way to do it. And that's what Mary did. And Mary says, I was just listening to the Tony Kornheiser podcast, and someone emailed him the correct way to eat a salad. He said, quote, just throw it in the trash. Agreed. Mary says, cannot wait to hear Addie's contribution to the upcoming Onion Ring of Honor. If it's as good as her resume, I think you should be ready to concede to the younger generation. Many regards from a faithful listener. That's from Mary. Yeah, that's true. If you missed it last week, my young daughter, Addie, she's 12, submitted a professional resume, including her photo and her qualifications, to have a bracket in March Fatness. So we are granting her said bracket. When do we got to do our selection show?
I think we've got like 2 weeks.
Okay. We should get a show together where we have Charlie and you come to my house.
Yes.
We just do the show, all four of us together.
Okay.
That would be fun.
I'm down for that.
All right, we'll figure that out. We'll got to work that out. I know Charlie works.
Whatever.
A little lame. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. But Charlie's got one, Addie's got one, and of course Rick and I have one. And this will be the 6th year.
Yeah.
What do we got? Bacon, burritos, pizza, Andy Reid,
air conditioning.
Air conditioning. Yeah. So this will be the 6th one.
Wow.
That shirt's getting crowded.
It really is. Yeah, we're gonna have to like expand the scene, like make it an actual, because instead of just like having the burrito plopped on top of the pizza, which is hilarious.
Yeah, we might have a whole full redesign.
Yeah.
I think we just have I think we have Andy Reid like in a hammock wearing a Hawaiian shirt with some Super Bowl rings on, and then just it's a whole smorgasbord right
in the hammock with a banana hammock.
Yeah, and a little air conditioner blowing on him.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, that would be good. All right, we got another one here.
You got
Fat Matt's. He's mad at me.
Yeah, well, Fat Matt, I think we can confidently say came in second for the last bracket in March Fatness.
Yeah.
So, hey, Fats, while I'm disappointed in the outcome of, quote, replacing Jay, I willingly bow down to the winner, Addie. Her resume was impressive and hard to compete with. The future is bright in the fat world. Side note, I think it's too much of a go-getter attitude to actually make a PDF resume. Not sure it fits into fat culture. Fair. Oh, well, I guess I'll just come back fatter in 2024.
Well, we believe in you, Matt. You can do it. So since Addie does not have a phone yet, she likes to just do creative things on her computer. So that's how that came up. So she was being lazy, just not in the way she preferred.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I know her bracket is already done.
Really?
And, Hope has looked it over and she said it's very impressive. So she's ready to go.
I am not.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm gonna start working on it this week.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, last one here comes from Jake in Crown Point. Jake says, "Hey Fats, with all the fried chicken talk last week, do you guys have a favorite grocery store fried chicken place, i.e. the Jewel's Cheap Chicken Monday? Always a way better bang for your buck than the chain places. That's for damn sure." Jewel is really good, and we have Waltz by us, and Waltz is terrific. Like every time there's like a party in the neighborhood, people will always get a pan of chicken from Waltz, and it's excellent. So yeah, I don't know what it is about those like grocery store fried chickens, but they are. I mean, I assume it's just because they're super fresh. They probably butchered the chickens and then fry them up right there.
The closest I can go to is which like hot bar I prefer for like tenders.
Yeah,
and maybe it's just because it's the one that I had most recently. So I think of it that sometimes when I like, you need more in your rotation. I forget if I've said that I do this as when I go to work at the radio station I do in Aurora, that like I'll stop at there's a Mariano's not too far from there. So I'll go to the Mariano's hot bar and grab some of their chicken tenders and their wedges. And their fry / wedge is really, really good.
Okay.
So, and I actually kind of prefer the ones that aren't quite as much of a chunk, the ones that would be closer to being considered a fry than a wedge, because I really like the balance of the guts to the actual like crunch on the outside of it. It's a really good fry, especially considering it's sitting under a lamp in the hot bar.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I will mark that down. Yeah. That's it's been too long since we've had fried chicken night. I think this is the week, Rick.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do it. We got to get prepped up for March Fatness after all.
This is true. Yeah. Once my stomach is fully recovered from the chimichanga, which it legitimately is not yet, I will be partaking in some chicken this week. And actually like the way I like to do it with either hot sauce or like a spicier barbecue sauce. So that right now would not be good.
Yeah. Give yourself a break.
Yeah.
Do something light like cheese curds for lunch.
Yes, exactly. All right.
Hour.
Yeah. Look at us
today too.
Well, I mean, I know neither of us is at 100% at the moment, so
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just tired.
Yeah. I am tired as well, and my stomach doesn't like me. But either way, follow us on all of our social medias at I'm Fat Pod, imfatpod@gmail.com. Check out the Patreon if you would like. I'mFatMerch.com for our TeePublic shop. Use that link even if you're not looking for our stuff, because we get a kickback, and kickbacks are great. Speaking of, and there's voting that has to happen too. So, Speaking of that, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast, subscribe and also like each video so we can juke numbers there. And also subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the podcast feed. We got to juke those numbers too.
Juke it.
And we will read a review every week here, as long as we're getting new ones. And the best thing you can do is check out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. For Jay, I'm Rick. This is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.